Okay. Hey, sorry about that. Okay. Welcome, everybody, to the Professor and Ditto show. My name is, of course, Professor. This is my assistant, Ditto. Who the heck started the camera when I wasn't looking? Because it was you, wasn't it? Of course it was you. Who else would it be? I mean, I just live in a house full of Pokemon. And this lab that I call my home is just full of creatures that are out to get me. And you're definitely at the top of that list, aren't you? I'm not playing the victim here, all right? I set everything up perfectly. Everything was set up absolutely flawlessly. I had it all figured out. We were actually starting at 6 o'clock for a change. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Everything was going great, and you had to push the button when I wasn't looking. You have any idea? You know exactly what I was doing. I was going to... Whatever. We'll talk about this off screen. Anyway, welcome everybody to the Professor and Ditto show. My name is Professor. We are, of course, streaming across 2 different platforms at the same time, TikTok and YouTube, our preferred platform. What we are planning on doing from this point on is, oh, by the way, Braden, we have a little box here that I think came from you without showing the address, of course. This, I believe, is from you. I hope there's nothing breakable in here because we've kind of been shaking it around a little bit. Anyway, yeah, we, of course, are preferring... Oh, what is the book called? We will talk about that in a second, MaxPad. I was actually, right now, on the computer that I'm streaming off of, because apparently you can't stream on YouTube unless you have at least 1,000 subscribers, so it's just like TikTok. But it's okay, though. We're at over 800, right? 870? I think we're like at 872 or something like that. So we're almost to 1,000. As soon as we can start streaming off of our mobile device, things are going to get a lot better, trust me, as far as YouTube content goes. But anyway, until we reach that point, thank you. Oh, everyone sing the praises. The Potato Master is here. Potato God 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to donate to the show. We will be talking about actually that here in a second as well. But yes, everyone, if you would please go and subscribe to our YouTube channel. All you have to do is go up here to our profile. All right. I love Shay's art. I really do. I can't thank her enough for it, but we should probably... Effects? Yeah, that's what it is. All right. Kill the background. Oh, look, I actually have a real background that's taken me several hours, and I work on it a little bit every single day. Yes, we don't have to do the green screen effect over on TikTok. There's stuff here. Everyone on TikTok's like, what the heck are you talking about? It's always been there. Yeah, I'm aware. But anyway, we're at 875 subscribers. Yes, you guys are legit. You guys are the real OGs. Thank you so much. You guys mean everything to us. Potato, thank you for your continued support. Your username is definitely up here. Remember, everyone who donates during a live stream, regardless of the amount, it could be a penny, whatever it is, your username will be added up here as an official sponsor. You guys may notice that Raid Shadow Legends and other brands that love, spreading their pollutant presence across the platform, they are not up here. That is because we like real people to be our sponsors. We like it when you guys are actively involved in our show. So thank you guys very much. Regardless, we have to mention this as often as we can because there's a mass exodus from TikTok right now, which is, of little consequence to me because we are thankfully not all of our eggs were put into one basket. So if TikTok goes down, it will be very sad. Our first video that got 1 million views is, of course, on TikTok. Our Jaws video, there are other videos that got 1 million views after that as well. But even so, or no, the Jaws video has like 6 million views and 1 million likes. That's what it is, over 1 million likes. I think it's like almost 2 million likes now. Anyway, regardless, it would be sad to see TikTok go, but if it did go, rest assured, the Professor and Ditto show will live on. Even if we were kicked off of YouTube, even if we were banned from Byte, whatever it might be, hopefully, knock on wood, none of these things happen. But if the worst should happen and TikTok goes down, the Professor and Ditto show will go on. The show must go on. Even if this would be like the last resort, but even if we have to go to Facebook, we will find a platform to promote our show on. And of course, we will keep you guys as informed and up to date as possible. Just be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us over on Instagram. Those are the platforms that we probably use the most. And you will definitely see stuff on those platforms that you won't find on TikTok or Byte or any other platform that we're currently using. So thank you guys very much for that little disclaimer. Again, have you subscribed on YouTube yet to our YouTube channel? Because the Professor and Ditto show is not the only thing that we post on our YouTube channel. Just today, we did a compilation of every video that and then some of the novel that we wrote in a single week. And speaking of that novel, I guess the first little segment of the show, because this is an actual show, we have a couple of little announcements we want to go over with everybody. The first announcement we already talked about: what would happen if the worst should happen and TikTok goes down. Rest assured, there are plenty of avenues that we can go. As far as the book goes, the book, yes, I remember that, Scaredy Cat. Thank you for commenting on that, by the way. Comments help the algorithm and help spread the news around. That we wrote an entire novel in 1 week. And no, I am not going to shut up about that, because have any of you written an entire young adult novel, at least 10 chapters long? About we're thinking it's going to be 80 to 90 pages, perhaps. You know, we haven't put in the spacing yet, because you have to double space everything. We're still in the editing process right now. But have any of you guys like written an entire novel in 1 week? I mean, not to like point a finger down at you or anything, but like, that's a pretty cool accomplishment, and you guys made it possible. And thank you for your continued love and support on that front. It's because of your guys' love and support that we've been able to do this. That we sucked it up, and regardless of our current responsibilities, we did it. And it's worth mentioning, we are, like I said, we're in the editing process right now. As soon as it is edited, I have hired someone back down on the surface to do cover art for the story. And I don't want to get into too much of it. It will be copyrighted though. So as soon as it is copyrighted, I'm going to, talk about it as much as I can without spoiling anything. But all you guys need to know is that it's basically an isekai anime. For anyone who doesn't know it, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but for anyone who's seen Konosuba, Sword Art Online, Rise of the Shield Hero, one of my personal favorites, Rise of the Shield Hero, stories like that. Hello, Scarf Shadow. Everyone say hello to my niece. She is on YouTube. She is also on Likey. Is it Likey or Like? I can't tell. I call it Likey because there's 2 E's. But either way, Scarf Shadow is on that platform, and she, of course, is continuing to bring us amazing cosplay content on there. So go ahead and give her a follow. I mean, family first. You guys know how it goes. But anyway, yeah, all I'll tell you so far about the book is that it's basically Nightblader. Hello, one of our patrons. His username is right up here. Huge shout out to all of our patrons, by the way. Before we get into the first, over on TikTok, they're all saying hello to you, Scarf Shadow. But yeah, the novel is done. We just need to finish editing it, and then we can take it and get it printed. And as soon as it's done, we don't have an exact price figured out yet because we don't know how long it is. It's going to be based entirely on length. So, oh, you're trying to keep a low profile. Well, excuse me then. Sorry. But you guys get the idea. As soon as the book is finalized and copyrighted, and as soon as I have a copy that I can show you guys, that's when we'll talk about pricing. That's when I will mention, I guarantee you this is what it's going to come down to. We'll be like, all right, just PayPal me basically, and let us know the address you want us to ship it to. And that's what we'll do. And that'll be it. It'll be a super simple process because, I mean, I'm not PewDiePie, all right? I'm not running some giant store. I'm not Mr. Beast, all right? I'm not running some giant store behind the scenes. I wrote a book over the course of a week. It's a fantastic book. It perfectly applies to the world we live in today. It's full of pop culture references because, of course, it is. Have you met me? Actually, the answer is no for a lot of you, but you guys get the idea. So that's your little update for the novel we wrote in 1 week. People are saying that Mad Ditto is king up here. He might be. We might have to get you a little crown here. Gosh, don't look at me like that, please. He's weird. He's weird. Look at it. He never stops glaring at me. No, that's not your resting expression, is it? There's no way that. We'll talk later. We haven't talked like this in a long time. It's really. I didn't even know you spoke English, if I can be totally honest. I thought you exclusively spoke Ditto, which I am fluent in. I'm fluent in Ditto, to say the least. But you should talk more. That's all I can say. I mean, you live here. All you do is you sit up there and you glare and smile at us. And I work right there. So it's anyway. We'll talk later, man. Anyway, yes. So that is one novel, 1 week. Thank you, Waffles on the Web. It is very impressive, and we will get that novel to you guys ASAP. In other news, the P.O. Box is, of course, still open. P.O. Box 580-368, Houston, Texas, 77058. If you guys would like to send us anything, or if you want free Pokemon cards, excuse me for a moment. I'm sorry, TikTok. Stupid mirror mode is always on, so you guys can't read what I'm saying, but this is the P.O. box right here. We appreciate everyone who has sent us a letter. We sent out a big group of packages that we had filled up just the other day, so you guys will be getting those soon. And of course, we open our P.O. box during the mailbox. I haven't picked a name yet. We'll call it the Poke Box. How about that? We will open the Poke Box every Tuesday. I wanted to make an exception today, though. We're going to do a mini mailbox opening because we got a mini box in the mail from a certain Braden from Bismarck, North Dakota. So wherever Braden is, please don't mention if that's you, personal information. But we want to thank you very much for sending us a package. We've gotten a couple packages in the past, and we don't like to sit on them very long because call it a mystery gift. Yeah, well, that's a good idea. Mystery gift. Mystery gift Tuesdays. If only it was on Mondays. Even so, thank you very much, Braden, for sending us this. We wanted to do a little opening today because I'm super excited, and it sounds like whatever's in here, I don't want to say it's broken, but it sounds like it could be broken. So I just wanted to let you guys know. So can we send stamps and money in the mail for the book? You can if you want to. I think honestly, because remember, we don't have a price figured out yet. Once we get a price figured out, that's when we can talk about that. If you guys want to go through the mailbox and like send us a box or something to mail it back to you, and you can totally do that. That works as well. Right now we're just working on editing. So anyway, that being said, if you guys have further questions about that, send us a DM on Instagram, or better yet, go to our Patreon and leave a comment. We get all of our messages from Patreon. We're multiple notifications whenever someone does anything on our Patreon account. So speaking of Patreon, as I crack this thing open, by the way, this looks like it was from the Pokemon Center. It's got the tape on it from the Pokemon Center. I should know when Ditto used my credit card and ordered, actually I don't have a credit card, when he used my debit card and ordered a Lapras skin off of the black market, it came in a similar box to this one. So we shall see what the deal is with that. Again, huge thank you to Braden. I'd estimate it to be 22 to 13. Actually, I'm not that old. I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, I'm going to solo run Ditto soon. Oh, do it. And tag us in that. If you guys do anything with Ditto, tag us in it, all right? I don't care what platform it's on. Just let us know. Ditto's kind of a big deal around here. I mean, his name's in the title of the show, if I can say that. So, yeah, that being said, someone asked, how is Revived Lapras doing? Revived Lapras is doing pretty well. Finished growing back his spleen. I have checked. It's a dude. Don't ask me about it. He's doing fine. Got his spleen back. Currently working on his brain, because your brain is an organ, and he lost his because he was just a pile of skin. So he's currently getting his brain back. As soon as he gets that back, I think it'll be a lot easier to talk to him, and maybe he won't be as pun intended, brainless as he has been. Not in a bad way. It's just he's kind of a vegetable right now. If you guys don't know what a vegetable is, ask your parents. Anyway, I see. Oh, yep, there it is. Ladies and gentlemen, there's another. I know, right? But there's another one. Ditto's like, what? There's another one. Braden, thank you for the Ditto. We've gotten another Ditto for the team, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, man. Okay, that's pretty funny. Thank you, Braden. Thank you very, very much. I know exactly where you're going to go. Looks like there's a Pokeball here, too. And a couple of rocks, I guess. Oh, that's kind of cool. I think you go... Do you go in here? What's with the rocks? Oh, they have Ditto on them. There's a recurring theme here with Dittos on rocks. Thank you, Braden. Thank you so very much. I think you're on TikTok right now, so thank you. Thank you very, very much for this. I'm going to put this next to the other rock that we got. Actually, I'll put this right here. What is this one? Hey, it's me! I'm on a rock. There's a meme song in here somewhere. Anyway, yeah, I'm on a rock. I got a rock. Name that reference. Oh my gosh. Can you do another YouTube exclusive stream? Yes. So as far as exclusive streams go, as I put these over here next to our other rocks, as in our growing rock collection, it's surprising how many rocks we've gotten. I appreciate it, though. I love it when you guys paint stuff. Like, this is sick. I love that. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Put this next to the other one. This is in front of our Eevee stuff, by the way. So at some point, I'll show you guys what all is over here. Because there is a lot of stuff you have sent us. But as far as exclusive streams go, this is our plan from this point forward. Tuesday live streams are going to be on TikTok. Friday live streams are going to be on YouTube. Doing both of them at the same, I mean, we'll still do TikTok and YouTube whenever we do something from an app, because I like to have a backup just in case anyone, files a false DMCA claim or anything like that. I'd like to be able to be like, well, actually, we have the footage right over here. So, oh, thanks, Braden. Thanks. That means a lot to us. So whenever we stream on another platform besides YouTube, we will also have the YouTube stream up. That being said, on Fridays, from this point going forward, we would like to start streaming exclusively on YouTube, at least going into the weekend, because, YouTube is kind of the platform that we're getting popular on, and we would like to keep it that way. And we like our audience on, oh, this is a Pokeball. Oh, I didn't know what this was. Okay, Ditto, you go in here. He's like, no, don't put me back in the ball. You're going in the ball. And that is a beat up Pokeball, if I ever did see one. We got a Pokeball. Sweet. There's a lot of them. This is actually a normal one, too. Wow, we don't have a normal one up here, do we? No, we don't. We had some, but we sent them out. Oh, no. We still have them. They're our starters. They're actually underneath the camera we're on right now. So, yeah. Oh, Brock said, can we make an Insta goal just in case TikTok goes away? Yes. So as far as opening, remember, the goal, in order for me to crack open this mystery Premier Ball right here and show you guys the monster, the mysterious sixth member of our team. Yeah, I agree with you, Yeet Knight. Even so, just in case the unthinkable happens and TikTok does go away, remember, to this point, the goal has been either 200,000 followers on TikTok or 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Whichever threshold we clear first. One of them, the YouTube one, is significantly easier to achieve than the TikTok one. On TikTok, we're at like almost 192,000, which is legit, but it would be so much easier if like just a small fraction of you, less than 200, now that I'm thinking about it, less than 200 as opposed to 8,000, several thousand of you. It's very different. If only 1,000, less than 200 of you immediately go over to our YouTube channel and subscribe over there, we will crack this thing open, and that will be a day to remember, believe you me. But we've got this now. I'm going to wipe this off when I get a chance, just because it looks a little scratched up from the rocks. I'm going to set that right over here. So we've got our, oh, it's got a thing too. I think it pulls open. Yes, it pulls open. I love that. Hey, baby, I can be anything. I'm going to be single forever. Start dancing. Anyway, that's funny. That's awesome. Thank you, Braden. That's legit. I might actually use that in a future video. Thank you so very much, Braden. I'm going to set that right there. Oh, there's a stand for it. Cool. Pokemon Trainer Guest Kanto Edition. Yeah, I keep forgetting that Ditto's from Gen 1. That's so strange. I mean, it's not that strange, but like, man, Pokemon's been here forever, dude. It has been here forever, and I'm glad it's survived as long as it has. Because I mean, there's an alternate reality somewhere out there where Digimon is more popular than Pokemon. I'm grateful that, people say that we live in the darkest timeline, and maybe that's true. I don't think it is. I think we live in the best timeline, because when you look at Warhammer 40K, I mean, that's just myths for us. Like, you look at Star Wars, it could always be a million times worse, guys. You have no idea how good you have it. Regardless, you could be living as someone who has lived in slums in downtown Houston, to be specific, and in the middle of Arizona, right on the border. As someone who has lived in the middle of where your neighbors are tumbleweeds, or worse, it could always be worse. It could always be a million, billion times worse. So no matter where you are, no matter what part of your life you're at, believe me, it's on the up end. All right, things are going up. Things are going to be a lot better down the road. Even so, that little spiel out of the way, we've got a box here. That's looks very patriotic. I think it's got cursive all over it. Sir, Mr. Senior, and Ditto box. So we've got other stuff in here too. There's another rock. I want to see what's on this rock. It just says Professor and Ditto. Thank you, Braden. I love that. Got a little Professor and Ditto rock, so we can label it. I'm going to set this down here next to our other rocks. Dude, can you imagine, Ditto, can you imagine if we had an entire collection of rocks that were just painted? That would be so sick. Like, who else can claim that? There's only one copy of those rocks in the entire world, and Ditto and I are now in possession of it. That's awesome. That's a collector's item right there. Thank you. And sweaty. Absolutely true. And sweaty. Anyway, please don't put an Everstone on Eevee if you haven't. I have like the opposite problem. Eevee won't stop evolving. Okay, we've got... Well, that smells very nice. We've got another rock. We've got another rock. Thank you, Braden. We've got our Pokeball rock now. There you go. The only person in the world that has a rock, this specific rock that's painted to look like a Pokeball. Dude, I'll take it. I will take it. Thank you so very much. When I say I'm going to be single forever, I'm, of course, being sarcastic. The trick is not, there's no trick involved. I shouldn't say that. The important thing is to find the right person, if that makes sense. There's an endless supply of people in the world, and not all of them are good, if that wasn't obvious. It's important to find someone that you're compatible with, and that is as devoted to you as you are to them. That's how you should live. I'm not the one to give relationship advice, though, if I can be completely frank. All right, we've got some gum here. Thank you, Braden. Thank you for all the gum. And I don't know what this is. Looks like a bead. We got a bead. I don't know what this bead is for. It's probably the eye of something. Either way, it's from you, so we will keep it. So it's going right next to the life key. Does anyone remember the life key? We have a life key right here. I don't know if the camera's going to focus or not, but probably not. It says life on it. It says life right there, and we don't know what it's for, but we keep it because you never know. You never know what it could be used for. Maybe at some point down the road, someone will send us something. We'll keep this box as well. Thank you, Braden, because you wrote Sir, Mr. Senior, and Ditto on there, and I appreciate that. Let's put this. Oh, is it going to fit? Oh, it's perfect. It perfectly fits above our tin right there. Man, well done, Braden. It's like you planned this. We've got a league box. It says Professor and Ditto Show on it. Well, there you go. Thank you. Another world's first exclusive for all of you here on YouTube and TikTok. We've got a paper in here as well. Is this a card? TikTok cards. Hey, it's me and Ditto. Check that out. I'll show you in a second. Shut up, dude. Come on. In the middle of a show. Oh, man. Check that out. Thank you, Braden. Thank you, dude. That's the first. I know exactly what we're going to do with this. We're going to put this in a... Where's the custom sleeves? Here's a custom sleeve. Remember, everyone who sends us a letter and or a box, if you send an empty envelope with stamps on it to us, we will fill up the empty envelope and mail it back to you. But put that in the letter that you send us. We also give everyone one of these. And hopefully that fits. I think it will. Looks a little long just on the end there. Even so, we will work on that later and get that in a sleeve. But thank you, Braden. Thank you. That is sick. We have our own Pokemon card now. We've done it, Ditto. We've peaked. Here, you hold that. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I know. They captured your eyes just absolutely perfectly. We'll also hold on to this, Braden. Thank you for sending us a League Battle Deck box. I have purchased many of these in my time. This is the Zekrom and Pikachu one which we never purchased. I'm going to put this right down here next to our Miscut Oddish card. And there's still a lot to go. I guess this is just a full-on first segment of the show. Remember, we have a time limit on the show. So the first segment of our show is the mailbox. I got up and I moved. Hey, you guys get the idea. The first segment of our show. Wow, what the heck is that? Please don't tell me this is what I think it is. Please tell me I don't have to light this on fire and stick this in my face. That never made sense to me, all right? Forget the fact that smoking is bad for you. Everyone knows that smoking is bad for you. Just what the heck? Who exactly? I think I know who it was, but over the course of human history, many people have done many stupid things. I want to meet the guy who looked at a leaf, rolled it up into this shape right here, stuck it in his mouth and lit the end on fire, inhaled said smoke, exhaled said smoke out his nose and was like, yeah, this is something I want to keep doing. I mean, it's almost equivalent to walking out to your house, walking out of your house right now. And this was trial and error too, mind you. Just a little history for you guys. Remember, everything I say is 100% true as long as you don't fact check me. Like, there had to be trial and error involved. Taking various leaves across history, various rags and pieces of leather and other things, rolling those up, sticking them in your mouth, and lighting the end on fire. Like that there's a severe lapse in judgment from my point of view on that. Like, I don't understand that. I don't want that to be a part of it. I'm pretty sure this is not one of those, but you guys get the idea. Never understood. Even as a little kid, I saw people, all the time, all around me, smoking and doing other things that involve lighting something on fire and sticking it in your face. Never understood that. Never, ever understood that. Yes, Scarf Shadow, that is something you can quote me on. So that being said, let's crack this open. There's still some other things in here as well, including a letter. Holy crap, my dude. Please use this box and stamps to send back. Oh, okay. I don't know if we can use this box, but fortunately, I know where we can get a couple boxes. Some priority mail boxes as well. We can just go back to the mailbox, or not the mail, to the mailbox, and find some there. But you sent an entire roll. I don't want to show too much because the address is on here. You sent an entire line of stamps, USA Forever stamps. So thank you, Braden. I will set this one off to the side just so I don't forget. And let's just crack this open. Let's see what it is. Gosh, rubber bands, the bane of my existence. Forget Sylveon. Sylveon's a pain in the butt as is, but rubber bands, my dudes, rubber bands, that is what is the bane of my existence. This is upside down. All right, am I excited about the Crown Tundra? No, but we'll talk about that during the question and answer session. Remember, everyone, the Professor and Ditto show is divided up into 3 different segments. I'm sorry I didn't explain this earlier. The first segment, normally we do the mailbag on Tuesdays over on TikTok and YouTube here, of course. But Fridays, normally we do Life Around the Lab or I Bet You Didn't Know, and other segments quite like that. Stupid Pokedex entries is a personal favorite of mine. Fun things like that. Anyway, this is a letter. All right, let's see what Braden decided to entrust to us. Dear Professor and Ditto, thank you for spelling it correctly. How are you guys doing today? I am doing good. I will trade my Ditto for any of your Pokemon. Now you have a box to bring with on adventures. Now I am a trainer from Aloha. Please take care of small Ditto. Then here are the instructions. A name, please, and thank you from your friend Braden. Number 1, feed him, in quotes, breakfast. Number 2, give him a bath. Number 3, let him have fun. It keeps going. Number 4, feed him, snack, as that's opposed to number 1. You should have just put C number 1, but then put in parentheses lunch. Number 5, hang out with him. Okay. Number 6, don't give him soda or he will be crazy. Just soda in general. Does carbonated water count? Because heaven knows we got an inordinate amount of that here. Machoke. Number 7, nap time, 11 a.m. That's going to be a problem. Number 8, 12 p.m. Feed him lunch. I say 11. What is that? 11 a.m. nap time might be a little bit of an issue because that's that's training. That's when I go into the big room over in the side with Salamence and Garchomp and Onyx and the others, but not Scyther, because Scyther is a psycho. But that's where we go and we battle each other and we blow stuff up. Well, we don't blow stuff up. We do controlled testing, but you guys get the idea. If you've ever seen a Pokemon battle in say Generations, it's kind of a big deal, pun intended. It's kind of a loud thing. Not to say that it's impossible to sleep during that. I mean, Ditto certainly seems to do so on my shoulder when he should be writing stuff down. Anyway, number 9, practice time, 12:20 p.m. We might just move that to 11, move nap time up. Number 10, nighttime. Whenever you go to bed, no lantern, no later than 12 o'clock a.m. Holy crap. How late do you think I go to bed, my dude? Oh, man, I fact-checked it. Stephen King was wrong. When is Stephen King right is the real question. This is the man who wrote The Shining. How accurate is The Shining? As someone who has actually been in the it's not Timpanogos, in the lodge where they filmed The Shining. What is that lodge called? It's been a while. It's been like 2 years since we've been there. It's like there's like the Twin Sisters mountain range. It's in Oregon. It's by Portland, Oregon. It's not Timpanogos though. It's some kind of, it's where like all the X Games guys go to practice because there's snow up there obviously, and they sleep in this lodge. Inside looks way different than it does in the movie. They filmed the interior of The Shining at a different location on sound stages and stuff. But the exterior shots, that's a real place, and it's somewhere I have been, and it is beautiful. It is like every nice Instagram picture you have seen of a lodge surrounded by snow and sunsets. That's what the inside of this place looks like. It is gorgeous and totally not haunted at all. Anyway, when Stephen King didn't get a lot right. But seriously, dude, going to bed at midnight, holy crap. I pride myself on going to bed at least at 11:30. But anyway, thank you so very much for this, Braden. We will put this over here in our special binder, of course, where all the cards and letters go that you guys have sent us. Oh, here we go. A Sobble pin. I don't know if any of you guys have seen behind me here, but we've got quite the collection of pins right here. It's gotten a little bit smaller over the years. We like to share the love as far as pins go. But yeah, we do that. It is not 1 a.m. where it is right now. By the way, the third segment of the show is always question and answer session. So if you guys can hold your questions until then, feel free to. That's when the real discussion takes place. All right, let's see. We got another letter here. Oh, all right. While you are sleeping, but Evie throw. Oh no, Evie, you're on TikTok. What? No. Yeah, that would be funny. Good art, Braden. Good art. I guess it's Evie taking over my TikTok account, or at least stealing my phone. That's funny. That's funny right there. Well done, Braden. Well done. You did good, my friend. You did very, very good on that front. All right, we gotta hurry here. This is just one box. Heaven forbid we get more than one. Oh man, that would be a raid. That would be a full-on raid right there. All right, we got that right there done. Oh, there's another one. Yay, Professor and Ditto show. Dude, thank you. You even let me wear a pink shirt. That's legit. I need to wear pink shirts more often. Yes, I do. Oh, come on. We can be buddies. We can match. I'm not going to say that last part there, what I was thinking. Anyway, thank you, Braden. That's actually really cool. I'm going to put that right. I guess I can put that right here. You guys know the Kydro. I guess this poster is going to be out of date. For anyone who doesn't know, they're not doing a show anymore for Kydro. They're doing a comic book series, which honestly, I would prefer that over a show. I mean, a show is great, but it's really expensive, and they seem to be better at art and writing than they do producing, which is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I would much rather see, personally, I would much rather see Kydro in the form of a comic book than I would in the form of a film. But you guys get the idea. So let's just put this right here for now. Right there. There you go, Braden. It might actually stay there for a little bit. So we got that. Ooh, stickers. I love me my stickers. Aw, you put the whole team on here. Look at Salamence. Look at that. Look at this. This is a nice butt shot of Salamence right there. Oh, I'm going to show him that. Dude, Braden, you're an OG. Look at that. That is sick. You've actually got the whole team up here. Okay, Gyarados is just like, okay, man. Okay, man. Whatever. What is Onyx saying? Go, go, go. Yeah, that's about right. It'd probably be a lot slower, though. Onyx is an old man. Oh, man. And Scyther's like, stop it. Go to sleep. Dude, that is sick. Oh, I'm framing that. That's going, up here somewhere, right next to the other images you guys have done of. Actually, we have space right here. That might actually be perfect. I don't know if we're gonna put our hand-drawn Plan of Salvation up right here, but we're definitely gonna put that right there. We got it. That needs nails though. That is a heavy piece of art right there. Even so, thank you, Braden. There's more. Last thing. Sweet. Throw that off to the side, and hey, that looks familiar. Hey, you even put Angry. Look, Angry Ditto, you got in this one. Yeah. We should talk more. We really should. You've been living here for how long? 4 months? At least 4 months. He's been living here for a while. We haven't done anything. Anyway, thank you very much, Braden. That is sick. It looks just like... Oh, we can do a little reveal here. So here's this. And then voila. Whoa. It's the thing. Gyarados is kind of popping out of the dive ball right now. I thought it looked cooler. You guys get the idea. Braden, absolute kudos to you. Thank you, my dude. Thank you. We're doing absolutely well. Thank you for asking. Thank you, guys. Thank you so very much. That is sick. Man, I love how you put the question mark, too, for the Premier Ball. That's perfect. Remember, it won't be a question for long. You guys will finally find out what is in this Pokeball. When we reach either 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is much easier to get, by the way, or if we get 200,000 followers on TikTok. It's up to you guys. If both of those platforms should fail, then we'll just, we'll leave it at 1,000. Oh, well, actually, let's go to Instagram. We're at like 1,200 followers right now on Instagram, which is great. Thank you guys. I love that absolutely so much. As far as gaining more followers would go, I would say let's just get to 2,000 and even 2K, because that's not that hard either. Honestly, although I've noticed Instagram is a lot more volatile when it comes to retaining followers. If you're not posting every single day, like you got to be posting like every single hour, it feels like. Otherwise, you lose followers on Instagram. Either way, Instagram followers don't seem to be very, very loyal. Even so, I think we have time to crack this open. I was going to save this for a video, but I think now is the time to do it. Oh, more fan mail coming soon. Well, thank you. If you guys want free Pokemon cards, remember, all you have to do is send an empty envelope with stamps on it to this P.O. Box right here. That's P.O. Box 580-368, Houston, Texas 77058. It's literally across the street from the Johnson Space Center. As in, Houston, we have a problem, Johnson Space Center. As in, NASA. This place right here. This is not where I live. This is just the post office. It's literally across the street from NASA. We got a message earlier this week from someone who claimed that, oh man, I like the bunny. The money's the one I chose. Anyway, Score Bunny, that's the one. That's the starter I chose, just randomly. But, come on. Come on. Oh, gosh. Anyway, we got a message from someone on Patreon earlier this week. One of our followers, Just a Baby Unicorn. She's fantastic, by the way. Going into surgery soon, so prayers on her behalf will be very much appreciated. All right, we got the code card right there. She told us that her post office told her that my P.O. box doesn't exist. And I told her, just tell them it's literally across the street from the Johnson Space Center. And she did. And there were no problems from that point on. So anyway, Psychic Energy is the one there. I did the card trick. If you guys want to see me unveil them, head over to YouTube. We're going to put them up right here. Sorry again that it's not very... Oh, Tranquil! Remember, guys, this is the cure to the beer virus. Tranquil. We said that a long time ago. Oh, look at that! A horror energy. Interesting. Never seen that one before. We've got a Heatmore. Man, I'm loving this art. This is like S-tier art. Applin. Very odd choice for a dragon type. We've got Hatina. Magikarp. Yes. I'm going to put the Magikarp one right up here because we had a Magikarp when we first started TikTok, and only recently did she finally evolve. Medicham. We've got a Skunky. Yeah, Stunky. Then our reverse is, just a standard Pokeball. I like that. We love our reverses here on the show. We definitely do. All right, and then on the end, we have a holographic. It's a Vikavolt! Yes! It's a holographic Vikavolt! Oh, Vikavolt is my favorite bug type, besides Scyther. But holy crap, I had an entire deck a couple years ago that was entirely based around Vikavolt, and I have loved this Pokemon ever since. 170 damage. Thunderbolt Beam, it just does 30 damage to itself. Holy crap. And Powerful Storm is OP too. Let's see, 20 times 3, that's 60. So 120 damage or 170. Dude, that is a sick card. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. Oh, Scaredy Cat says Akawana Hotel in Yosemite, but Stephen King got the inspiration. The X-tier Yosemite? That's not right. It's in Oregon. I forget where it is. I'll look it up here in the future. Maybe I'll talk about it at some point. I survived The Shining. Anyway, we're going to put both of these in there because that's where all the reverses go in that special box. And thank you, everyone, very much for tuning into that segment. Now, to get on to the second segment here on the Professor and Ditto show, I would like 124 more subscribers to go. Let's get it, guys. Holy crap. What if you got it before the end of the show? We have like an hour. Almost an hour before the show is going to be over. So head over, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll crack this Premier Ball open and I'll show you guys what's inside. Maybe not during the live stream, but we'll do it immediately after and I'll post that video just for you guys. But yeah, Horror Energy. That's a new one for me. What does that do? If it's all right. It's always that. If you guys notice with psychic type Pokemon, their abilities all seem to revolve around. I know this because I had an Espeon GX deck not way back, but like a couple years ago. and that whole thing was imagine that whole thing. Imagine if we cracked open live. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen. We have to like set up our defenses before we crack that thing open, because that thing, while it's not super big, I'll give you guys a little update because we're so close. That thing's not like super big unless it chooses to be. Either way, it's a monster. It's an absolute monster. It needs to stay away. Anyway, moving on down the road here. Let's go ahead and get into our second segment of the show here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Did You Know? A brand new segment, I might add. Insert amazing transition here. I guess we could technically do it because you can do the green screen thing on TikTok, but I'm talking about YouTube. Anyway, you guys get the idea. Back into the show. No, Luna Wolf. No, that is a terrible guess. No, it's not a terrible guess. Good guess. Not even close. But let's go ahead and get into Did You Know? It's water, TikTok. Get over yourself. I'm talking to the admin specifically. So, did you know? Did you know? This is a brand new segment that I'm very interested to introduce to everyone. This has to do, we are going to be making connections. It's kind of like stupid Pokedex entries, but it's a little bit different. It's a little bit more informative because it has to do with where all of you guys live, or at least most of you guys. Most of you guys live in the real world, and therefore there are real life animals that you can go see in zoos or just in the world around you. Maybe you own some of these real life animals, like dogs and cats. And other generically named things. Sir Mr. Panda, everyone say hello to one of our oldest patrons. Oldest as in he's been here for the longest time as far as a supporter of the show. Everyone say hello to Sir Mr. Panda. He's an absolute OG, and we loved your video earlier that we saw, your Pokemon video. And dude, keep pumping that iron. That is legit. You've definitely inspired us to try and at least be a little more active. Anyway, on that note. So, looking at today's subject, we've made if you guys follow us on Likey and I think Dub Smash, we made a video on this earlier, but we want to talk about a certain armadillo. So armadillos are amazing. They're some of the best Pokemon. Some of the best normal animals. Give me a break, all right? I kind of live in the Pokemon world. Anyway, so. Armadillos are a thing. For anyone who lives in Houston, or not just Houston, for anyone who lives in Texas or New Mexico or Arizona or even like Southern California, I think. For anyone who lives in like the southern states, right down there at the bottom of the United States, going into Mexico. I don't know if Canada has many armadillos. I'm not entirely sure about that. I know other areas of the world. I think Spain has its own version of armadillos. South America, though. South America's got like the weirdest of the weird, because South America has an armadillo that is called the pink fairy armadillo. Pink fairy armadillo. That is its actual name. You look it up on Wikipedia. You type it into Google. Something comes up. This is the weirdest looking armadillo. I don't have a picture that I can show you guys without getting flagged for showing copyrighted content, because that's just how the platforms work. But needless to say, it kind of looks more like a shaggy armadillo with less cover. It looks like an Animal Crossing character that's walking around on all fours, if I can put that into perspective. Think about its name for a second. The pink fairy armadillo. Pink fairy armadillo. Now, normally the word fairy is a complete turnoff to me. I'm obviously not the biggest fan of fairies. I don't like them. I think they're kind of ridiculous. But in the real world, apparently fairy means something different, something noteworthy. And I mean, it was noteworthy enough that you guys gave it to this armadillo thing. This thing has claws. I mean, it's pretty standard for armadillos to have, you know, if this is their hand, the tips of their fingers would come out to about right here. So that's about the length. It's almost as long as the finger itself, if not longer, on armadillos. That's how they that's how they operate. They dig a lot. The pink fairy armadillo is no exception. It buries itself deep within the earth. That is true, Braden. You live in Aloha, so you guys have your own version of armadillos in Aloha. You guys have Sandshrew. Now, Sandshrew is the Pokemon equivalent. Armadillos are the real world equivalent to Sandshrews, if that makes sense. It's weird how it works. I'm more familiar with Sandshrews than I am with armadillos, but you guys get the idea. So armadillos are they're known, at least the pink fairy armadillo is specifically known to, I guess it's in kind of an endangered state. It's not like that endangered. It's just kind of like sort of on the endangered species list. It's on the, if I can look at it here. Thanks for joining us. We're sorry to see you go. It is on the list of concern for its list of concern. So it's not actually endangered. It's just kind of, it's there. It's there. We're keeping an eye on it. It's not really like, it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon. We occasionally use it for propaganda. That's basically what it comes down to. We occasionally use this animal to promote charities that we run, because you guys are very well aware that recently there have been quite a number of charities that have come under heavy fire for not being what they say they are. But anyway, we're not doing the news segment. We're doing just, because even if we were, that's not pop culture news. Anyway, so this animal, not Pokemon, it's not a Pokemon. Sandshrew is the Pokemon. This is just a regular animal. This animal is preyed on constantly. It has two major dangers in its life. The first is flooding. It buries itself down underneath the surface of the earth, and its burrows are where it spends the majority of its time. It's nocturnal hunter primarily, comes out at night, hunts grubs and other small animals, and then it retreats back underneath ground. When it floods, and this thing lives in the rainforests of South America, I might add, the southernmost ones. Therefore, it rains quite a bit. When it does rain, these things are instantly made homeless, just on the spot. Kind of like what happened with hurricanes not too long ago in Texas and Louisiana and Florida. Instantly homeless, everything is just washed away. So flooding and water is this thing's primary, one of its more primary enemies. Its primary predator would be, according to this, I kid you not, off of Wikipedia, which we all know is an absolutely trustworthy source, just like I am. It's domesticated dogs are its primary predator. So people's house dogs are its most common source of attacker. They're the things that feed on it the most. Now, I will say this. In South America, there is a serious problem with feral dogs that have been let go, that just kind of live out in the wild, that don't really do anything at all. Horizontal Artworks, welcome to the live stream. We're glad to see you here. Thank you, Brian. Thank you for that comment. So feral dogs are all over in South America. I have friends who have served their missions in South America, people who have lived there for years. They can attest that there are feral dogs. It's not just in South America. This happens in other areas of the world too, but there are a lot of feral dogs in South America. And it makes sense that they would, as they have returned to the wild, they are definitely it would make sense that they would prey on the big fluffy marsupial that's, staggering around in the middle of the night. So that makes sense. That makes total sense. But I got to thinking about this earlier today. So if the pink fairy armadillo's primary enemies are feral dogs and flooding, does that transfer over to here in the Pokemon world? What is a Sandshrews biggest enemies? Well, classic Kanto Sandshrew is a ground type. If you're playing the Pokemon game, it's under the rock typing, but it's a ground type. And its ground types are known to be weak to water attacks. That's an interesting coincidence. What about the Alolan version? The Alolan version surely doesn't fit into that same category. Wait a minute. The Alolan version is a steel type. It's a steel ice type. And Houndoom is a common, it's a domesticated dog. At least here at the lab, we have a Houndoom here that lives here. You hear him barking in the background all the time. And he's a fire type. So is Alolan Sandshrew not only weak? Well, Sandshrew is weak to water, like the pink fairy armadillo is weak to flooding. So does that mean that the pink fairy armadillo is also weak to feral dogs, and Alolan Sandshrew is a steel ice type, and it's weak to fire types, and Houndoom is a fire type? Oh my gosh! I just blew your mind. I just blew my own mind. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope it makes sense. It absolutely makes sense to me. Houndoom is a fire type, and it preys on Sandshrew, Alolan Sandshrew. because Sandshrew as a steel ice type is weak, double weak, I might add. Double weak. Like Salamence is double weak to ice attacks. Double weak to fire type attacks and fire type Pokemon. And regular Sandshrew as a ground type is weak to flooding of any degree. It's weak to water. Dude, I just blew your all's minds. That's the kind of content you can expect here on the Professor and Ditto Show. Anyway, just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys, because I'm sure a lot of you have found that very, very interesting. More about this in the near future. By the way, we're doing Pokemon reviews again. They kind of stopped for a little bit because we were writing a book, but they're going to start up again. Golurk and Skiploom. Golurk and Skiploom are the next Pokemon on the chop block. Or, I mean, we're going to review them next. Anyway, you guys get the idea. So, with that, I think it's about time, because a lot of you are asking the same question over and over again, just like you should do on our third and final segment of the Professor and Ditto Show. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the question and answer session. Boom, shakalaka. I just did that because I could. And apparently that's good for thumbnails. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us for the Professor and Ditto Show. Let's get right into the third and final segment of the show. That is question and answer session. Whatever it might be. You could also call it therapy session, because I give very, very, very good life advice, if I do say so myself. Remember, everything that I say is guaranteed 100% correct, so long as you don't fact check me. So let's go ahead and get right into it. I apologize now if I don't get to everybody's comment. I guarantee you I won't, but we will do our best to keep up with you. If we don't answer your question now, just save it for next week. Or you could leave it as a comment on one of our videos and we'll address it there. So, that being said, let's get right into your comments. Just feel free to keep time. I'm going to allow you guys to spam. All right, you have my full permission. Please don't anyone get upset about it. Spam your comment until I get, or your question until I get to it. That's totally fine. As soon as I get to it, though, immediately stop. All right, that's the rule. So, that being said, over on YouTube, what segment we left off on, or excuse me, Tracy Atkins is asking, why are you not existed for the Crown Tundra? I think what Tracy is trying to ask is, why aren't you excited for the Crown Tundra? It's simple. Have you seen the swollen head deer? It's not a good sign of things to come. I am excited for Salamence and Garchomp to make it into the game. I think it's about time. I think it's about dang time that we got them. I'm excited for them. We can now officially recreate our real team in the game. Well, almost all of them. We can recreate our entire team in Pokemon Sword and Shield. It's great. I'm excited for that, but I'm not excited for the swollen deer thing. You guys know. You and I all know, because this is how Pokemon works. They have a system. They follow it. They hardly ever deviate from it. You are going to be forced to catch this thing, or at least battle it at some point. And I guarantee you this much: when I come to blows with this deer thing, I'm actually not the biggest critic of deer Pokemon. I think they're okay. They're annoying, but they're not like Sylveon or anything like that. But like, you guys get the idea. I like, I don't know. It's a swollen deer head thing. I don't like it. I think we should not have that as our next legendary Pokemon that you have to catch in order to progress forward. I apologize if there's any lag. There's always lag at about the hour mark. So, let's see what we can do from this point on. Next question, over on TikTok. How is Eevee doing today? That's a good question. Eevee is oh, there you are. Hi. Eevee is chilling next to our table that we're propping up on right now. So I assume she's doing well. She's not going through one of her episodes. Remember, she only has an episode like twice a month. And she gets really angry. She like bites me. She burns me if she gets the chance. She's not very, nice. But now she's just Eevee. And Eevee is Eevee. If you guys want to know more about me and my Pokemon and how we all met, never fear, my friends. For as soon as this book, the book that we wrote in a week, is published, we are going to be doing the same thing again. We are going to be writing another book in a week. But it won't be a direct sequel to the first one. No. We are going to be giving you guys the history, the long-anticipated history of Professor and his Pokemon. You guys will learn where we came from, some secrets that you probably didn't want to know, and just how much emotional stuff is actually going on behind the scenes. Because there is a a lot more to this story than you guys might see here on social media. So that will be the next book that we write. I'm very excited to work on that. We, of course, are going to have to give all of our Pokemon nicknames because I would like to not violate copyright. So, or an existing IP. So we are going to be giving everyone nicknames. I obviously will use my name, and we will go from there. But anyway, next question. How have you liked working at the Pokemon Cafe? It is an absolute nightmare, and I hate it. But we will bring you part 2 of that as soon as we can. Next question. Where is an EV breeder? EV breeders are kind of easy to come by, although I don't recommend going to an actual breeder. Same within real life, too. If you guys are looking for a specific breed of dog or cat, just go to a shelter. You know, find a runt. Find a mutt. Find something that's, you know, not really any one specific thing. You'll save money, and you'll have something that loves you all the more. That's just been my experience. And believe me, animals are kind of my thing. So that being said, next question. What's your favorite fire type? My favorite fire type off the top of my head is Houndoom. I've just learned, that's one I've learned to love. I have one. I take care of him. You see him occasionally. You definitely hear him. But yeah, he's okay. Luna asks a really good question. How many Dittos is too many? There's no such thing as too many Dittos. If it's pink and it looks like slime, it's a Ditto and I want it. That's my reasoning. Heaven forbid, we get more Dittos, but you guys get the idea. I like Dittos a lot. I think they're really cool. They're easy to draw. They're easy to incorporate in videos. They're easy to talk to. Well, mostly. I know I didn't try to hide. Why are you coming after me? Oh, he can handle it. All right. That's how we talk. You've heard some of the things he said to me. No. We will talk later. I'm answering questions. Speaking of which, what movies should I start with for motion picture maniacs? Ooh, that's a good question. As far as movies go, I would start with the most obscure movies. Here's the thing. This may seem like a bad idea to some people, but go to a gas station. Go to a gas station or a CVS or a Kroger or a Winco or Albertsons. Go to a random store that you wouldn't think, like a grocery store. Find like your friendly neighborhood grocery store, something that doesn't normally sell movies, and find the movies that they're selling. Find one of those. Start there. Those are going to bring some interesting results. I can guarantee you that much. But bear in mind, the rating system is there for a reason. It's not the best, but you get what I'm going for. Find like the weird kids cartoons. Find like stay away from the action movies. The action movies are all the same. But find like the weird teen movies. Go to the Dollar Tree. The Dollar Tree has, like, dollar stores sell movies. All right? You guys have any idea the kind of movies that come out of a dollar store? That's meme-worthy stuff. All right? That's what I'm talking about. So, next question. How long have you been a professor? I've been a professor since wow, how long has it been? It's been a while. I don't know. I don't have like an official certificate or anything behind me that says that you're an actual professor now. It's kind of like a self-indulged kind of thing. I definitely started. I can tell you when I started on TikTok and I started on social media. That was like beginning of 2019. I think that's when I started the social media thing. And actually, my niece Scarf Shadow was one of the first people that I saw when I booted up TikTok for the first time. Her content rolled through my For You page. And actually, it's the people that I met when I first started the app. Those are and that's been the same for Byte. It's been the same for Dub Smash. It's been the same for YouTube. The people that I saw that first popped up on the suggested list. I know the suggested list for whatever whatever social media app or website. I know that gets a lot of crap because there is a. But when you sort through the crap and you find something that you're genuinely interested in, a creator that you're genuinely interested in, reach out to them. Let them know, dude, I love your stuff. And you even mimic them. Don't steal their stuff, but like try and do what they did that was appealing to you. So that's, and try everything. Try everything you can because something is going to work. It just takes a second. So let's see here. Favistic Tragedy, I'm sorry if I messed up your username, says, hey, sorry, I never finished the fan art, I promise. Dude, that's fine. Take your time. There's no hurry. There really isn't. Honestly, I don't think TikTok is going to go anywhere. Even if it does, so be it. Is anyone really surprised that TikTok's going anywhere? This is my question to all of you guys. Is anyone really surprised that TikTok is going somewhere? I'm sure some of you genuinely are. But, like, TikTok is stealing your stuff. 21, this is an actual statistic, by the way. Sorry, I can't bring it up on screen for anybody, but 21 million people have had their identity stolen since downloading TikTok. And it has been a direct result of TikTok taking their personal information just a little bit at a time. They don't take it all at once, take a little bit at a time, and they sell it to international buyers. International buyers are generally brands, but sometimes they're not. And if somebody knows your name or where you live or your phone number, that can lead to them taking your identity. TikTok asks for all three. So if TikTok does go away, it's going to feel like someone's ripping a Band-Aid off. But at the end of the day, at least that cut can breathe. All right. You don't need that Band-Aid anymore. That's my thought process. TikTok is like a nasty Band-Aid that, I mean, it has a cool like Power Rangers pattern on it that we all like. But beyond that, we don't need it forever. It's a Band-Aid. It's got to come off at some point. That's just my thoughts. Here, another question over on YouTube. Would you rod the Pokemon Cafe if you could? You're talking like rob it? You put rod, like a steel rod. I think you meant rob. Would I rob the Pokemon Cafe? No, I don't believe in breaking law. All right, it's just I'm sure someone's going to misquote me at some point down the future, in the future on that point. But if I have no desire whatsoever to ever, under any circumstances, violate the law. Even in a fictional sense. I mean, if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it right, and I'm not going to violate the law. And if TikTok gets banned, having the app, regardless of if you have a VPN or not, is violating the law. So I don't want to go to jail, especially not over Chinese Vine. All right. If you guys want Vine that bad, go to Byte. I made a video on Byte. Byte is I highly recommend it. But if you do go to Byte, remember the golden rule of Byte. Under no circumstances, it is taboo to mention or post TikToks. All right? Never re-upload your TikToks. Make original content. If you're going to be on Byte, otherwise they will bully you off that platform so bad. They will make you wish you were never born. All right? That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. All right? Under no circumstances should you mention TikTok on Byte. All right? It's taboo. It is absolute taboo, and you will definitely regret it. So, on that note, Sir Mr. Senior, if you have Pokemon Go, can you send me your trainer code? If you guys would like my trainer code, I don't know if you're on TikTok or not, but it is available on, it's like the profile picture. It's like a bunch of pictures of Ditto. The very last one is my trainer code. If you don't have that, then head over to my Patreon. It's posted on there for all to see. Next question. Have you read Harry Potter? Yes, all of them. And it was about the sixth or seventh book. No, it was the Half-Blooded Prince. The Half-Blooded Prince is when I started to lose interest. I've read all of them since then, and I don't know. I've been to Harry Potter Land. Like, I've been to Universal Studios. There are videos of me standing in there, reminding everyone that, yes, the Jaws ride is gone. I can't believe I still have to tell people this. The Jaws ride is no more at Universal Studios Orlando. It is gone. It's literally been replaced by Harry Potter Land. If it wasn't replaced, I would be standing in water right now, and the animatronic shark would be right over there, one of them. And anyway, that's you guys get the idea. As someone who has been to Harry Potter Land, I have a wand. You guys want to see the wand? You guys want to see the wand? I have a wand. I've used it in past videos. Like here, I'll get a wand. Here, I'll show you guys the wand. Just hold on one second. Wand's right over here underneath my Switch. I don't know why I bought it. I know why I bought it. I went nuts at Universal Studios. I went absolutely nuts as far as at Universal Studios Orlando, and I bought I think I spent like $600 of my own